So I thought it's about time, as this is my last podcast segment before Christmas, to do the Christmas tradition at this point of doing a weird news roundup, which is one of my favourite things to do after Monkey News, which is coming. And I've basically gone month by month in chronological order, and I've discovered that some months are weirder than others, which is not some sort of weird Animal Farm paraphrasing. And here we have one from January, which I don't know why I found it as amusing as I did, but the BBC wrote an article saying, "Why does a plate of bananas appear on our street?" And then there's just a plate of peeled bananas.
Generous monkeys? Are you sure this isn't monkey news?
This is to make sure there aren't monkeys in the neighbourhood, maybe. If the bananas are gone, it's like a sign.
We're being invaded.
So it says down below... Oh, I don't know why that's not working.
Yeah, the box just isn't working.
Is it really?
I blame Samson.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw it at you.
I just saw Samson's
why did you break
eyes pop up behind his monitors then.
So it says, that is exactly what's happening in a small town in Nottinghamshire, and no one knows the reason behind the strange tradition. The mystery plate appears on the second day of every month on the corner of Abbey Road, which... Yeah.
Not that one.
Yeah, not the Beatles one. And residents say it's been a constant in their lives for more than a year. My guess is they're putting it out for hedgehogs. But
that'd be cute.
I hope that's what...
I love a good hedgehog.
Why would you feed them just on the second of every month? And why
you don't want to overfeed them?
Hedgehogs are actually very small. They could get fat very easily. And that's a hefty number of bananas.
Think of the damage you could do to a car tyre if you fatten up those hedgehogs too much. Would you be able to... I've got quite a few links. Could you pass me the other one if it's not... Or is that not working?
If one's not working, the other one won't be.
Of course. So, here's a cautionary tale for you. This is from March. There wasn't...
Try clicking and then... No.
So, when a child tells you there might be a monster under their bed, maybe you should listen to them. So, apparently, Kansas child said monster was under their bed, and the babysitter finds a man hiding under the bed for some strange reason, which I think would traumatise me as a child. And apparently the man once lived as a resident at the property and had been ordered to stay away from the property under an order of protection from abuse. And apparently he was there anyway. I don't know, probably a mental health thing. But
Jesus Christ.
I know.
That's terrifying.
That's genuinely terrifying.
The last thing you want to actually find is someone hiding under your own child's bed.
No, it's so creepy, isn't it?
That would turn me murderous.
It's a child's bed as well.
Yeah.
And speaking of bed, actually, people have been talking about how dangerous XL bullies are, but one dimension that people have not considered is their ability to shoot you. And
shot boys.
So Gerald Kirkwood reported to the police in Memphis that he and a woman were lying in bed with a firearm for some reason.
Dog got jealous.
When his dog jumped up and inadvertently caused the weapon to discharge. Apparently the 1-year-old pit bull, Oreo, had gotten his paw stuck in the trigger guard of his owner's gun. Oreo immediately squeezed the trigger and shot his owner. Apparently the bullet grazed the man atop his left thigh. So yes.
Did the pit bull then throw a gang sign?
It threw a gang sign and then devoured a small baby.
See, in my mind, I completely ignore the description that you gave. The dog just came in on its hind legs, holding the gun.
Sideways. Yes, 13% of pit bulls, 52% of dog bites. And then we get to April, and this is again from the United States, and this is from BuildTrack. And this is, I believe, from Oklahoma, which amends an existing law on cockfighting by adding a specific exemption that allows cockfighting between live fowl and a robot. So you're going to have robot cockfighting in Oklahoma now.
Provided that the robot doesn't cause any harm to the bird?
So it's rigged.
It's a rigged
game.
Rigged cockfight. So you can...
How am I supposed to enjoy cock versus robot if I know it's rigged?
I know.
It's a WWE stunt? I don't understand.
Apparently, Vince McMahon's booking this.
There's going to be some sort of unlisted underground robot cockfighting going on somewhere, I bet.
That's hilarious.
So, here's a wholesome story to sort of cleanse your palate. This is again from April. Dog found using the owner's T-shirt after surviving for 529 days in Australian wilderness.
What a basic dog.
And there's the dog. I don't know how on earth this a dachshund, or a sausage dog as we call them, it survived in the Australian bush.
I guess it managed to
over
fight
a
off
year.
the kangaroos and the emus.
We need to study this dog.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. So apparently, the wildlife rescue had been working around the clock to find the dog off the coast of Australia, last seen by our owners on a camping trip.
I was going to say, it's got a pink collar, so it's a girl dog as well.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, they left the dog, Valerie, in a playpen at their campsite while the couple went fishing. And when they returned, the dog was gone. And, credit to them for looking for long after a year. I would have assumed after a year the dog would have not survived. But apparently 529 days in the wilderness, surviving the heat, avoiding obviously the snakes and spiders, and apparently they created a scent trail trap using one of the dog's owner's T-shirts, so the dog could follow the scent to find their owner, and was then caught in a trap which they were able to capture the dog.
Very impressive.
So I'm impressed by everything about this, to be honest. Not only the dog's survival skills, but the way they trapped it was all very clever. So well done, Australia.
There's a part of
and
me
the dog
that would kind of hope like the dog has like a scar over one eye now. It has shrapnel sticking out of its head like Snake in Metal Gear Solid. It's like punished dog.
It has sort of PTSD. It will see like a tarantula on TV and start barking at it, or a snake maybe.
Yeah, start biting its owners. I'm glad it's all right.
Comes back and it's actually fatter. It's got like a kangaroo's leg.
Insane muscle. Yeah.
It's like to see a dachshund take down a kangaroo at some point. And speaking of eating things, actually, KFC introduced fried chicken flavoured toothpaste, and it's selling out, apparently, which is weird. I don't know who on earth wants this. And I imagine a specific kind of person wants this sort of thing. And
fat people.
Well, maybe. But I Googled this story to read a little bit about it before preparing this, and I discovered something, that if you Google fried chicken flavoured toothpaste,
you also get
the first thing that comes up is watermelon toothpaste, which reminds me of some sort of stereotype.
Didn't we do an old video on stereotype accuracy?
We did, yes.
And they're very accurate.
We did an episode of my series Contemplations back in the day, looking at the literature on stereotype accuracy, and yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, that's of course informed by cookies and actual search history that it's suggesting that. So make of that what you will. I don't know why I'm defaulting to using the box again. And here's something that's a bit depressing from May. The man who married a hologram in Japan, of course it's Japan, stereotypes again, can no longer communicate with his virtual wife because the software that allowed the interaction is no longer supported, and so he can no longer interact with his wife, which, to be fair, a lot of husbands are probably a little bit jealous.
Probably good for him in the long run.
I would say so.
This guy's giving me like Japanese chud vibes.
Yes.
Don't go Elliot Rodgers, man. Just like talk. I mean, I say talk to women. I don't know what the situation is like over there.
The annoying thing is I recognise that this was Miku because there's a
guitar pedal.
Yes.
The Hakuni Miku guitar pedal where you can make your guitar sound like Hakuni Miku.
I would never buy it.
One of the best inventions of all time.
The thing is, it's really annoying. I watched a demonstration out of sheer curiosity, and I was like, that is the most annoying.
I watched the old Andertons one, and for a 20-minute...
That's the same...
Yeah, like Rob Chapman using
That's right, yeah.
For a 20-minute YouTube video, it was very entertaining. Mm-hmm. Beyond that, it's just a knick-knack.
Sorry, we only know about this because of guitar pedals.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. We swear, honestly.
Yeah.
Check my search history.
Yeah, I come from a low trust society, so it's fine.
Okay.
So moving to July, a parrot was a witness to a murder, and it testified in court. So apparently, I believe it was this lady murdered her husband, this guy, and apparently the parrot was repeating the words "don't shoot," and that it was able to testify in court, and it was treated as a witness to the murder and helped to convict the lady of murdering her husband. So well done to the parrot. It was an African grey parrot. So well done. They truly are intelligent if they're relied on as witnesses.
I'm surprised. I don't know how long that they hold on to particular repetitions for like the words that they repeat.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's impressive that it held on for long enough to testify in court.
Yeah, it knew its role. It had to testify. It had to vindicate its owner. I imagine she...
This feels like a Jerry Springer moment or something.
My fictitious story I've said in my head is that she was a cruel, horrible lady. Obviously, she killed her husband, so she can't be that nice. And she was cruel to the parrot, whereas he was nice, and so the parrot remembered that he was nice to it.
Honestly, makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm. So, moving to August and other weird... wound-related things. In Italy, a man survived for 2 days with a crossbow bolt lodged in his head. So apparently the police went for a welfare check to his house and found him laying in bed with an arrow in his forehead. And
I was hoping he'd just open the door. Like
he was sleeping.
He was 64 and he survived for 2 days.
The man had accidentally or possibly intentionally shot himself in the head with his own crossbow. I mean, that's one way, like, that's a hell of a way of trying to take it out.
Yeah.
No.
Right?
Also, who thinks that's going to work? And also, who just is sort of sitting there just like, well, I'm gonna live with this. For 2 days.
Maybe he was like, well, it has to kill me eventually. So he just patters about his house for a few days.
Mm-hmm. Now, pivoting back to the wholesome, this good old boy was elected mayor in a Minnesota town.
Wholesome.
I think there's only like a very small number of people, so they don't really need a mayor. He won by 12 votes.
Professional to me. Look at that hat and tie.
He looks more trustworthy than most politicians, to be fair. Although I have heard he's easily bribed. And moving on to September, for some reason all the weird news happened later on in the year for whatever reason. So apparently in the latest Great Escape, a bunch of Austrian nuns escaped a care home with the help from a former student and a locksmith. And both of these nuns, all three of these nuns, are in their 80s. And then they escaped their care home and moved back into their convent, which was abandoned.
Based.
And they didn't have any running water or food there, but they managed to make it work. And now that's where they're living.
Good on them.
Based.
I like the idea of a sort of like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest style escape here.
There was
octogenarian nuns.
There's like an American Indian who helped like break a window for them for some reason in Austria.
Mm-hmm. This needs to be made into a film, I think.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, don't touch it. We know what you'll do.
Yeah, exactly.
And from one part of the Germanic world to another, Chad slugs have been tormenting Germans. And this was probably my favourite story of the year so far. Inhabitants of an apartment block in Bavaria in southern Germany who called the police to investigate relentless buzzing of their doorbells late at night were surprised to find the culprit was not a teenage prankster they had suspected, but a slug. The slug had been sliding up and down the bell plate, creating havoc in the building and tearing angry residents out of their beds long after midnight when they could not sleep for noise. And the funniest thing about this is that authorities said that they had removed the slug. So the police came by and took the slug, presumably away in handcuffs.
Jail? Exactly.
Put it in a thing of salt. Executed it. No. They moved it to a different area.
I like to think that this was a very, very intelligent slug that knew what it was doing the whole time.
Was telling us something. It's warning us of the monkey invasion.
Like they catch it and it's got a tiny little cigarette in its mouth. I knew it would have come to this eventually.
Maybe it's a reincarnation. You know, it's someone that the Germans have wronged at some point. Who knows who that could be. Anyway, moving on to November. You're right there, Firas.
No.
The Pope attended a rave in Slovakia.
I'm not going to say the ethnicity of the slug.
Apparently, the Pope, the new American Pope, went to a rave for some reason. Apparently they were doing...
Hosted a rave?
He didn't actually host the rave, he attended. And he didn't attend in person, he attended on a big screen, which is even weirder, really. That you're at a rave and the Pope's just beamed in on a screen.
Was he like also raving? Was he breaking it down?
Yes, it's a bit strange.
Okay.
Apparently it was a religious themed rave. It was to celebrate a 75th birthday of an archbishop. And
it was a rave to celebrate an archbishop's birthday.
Yes, and here's the guy running it. Priest and DJ, here he is, who claims that electronic music is the path to God.
Was it like old choral hymns blasting with a deep bass beat underneath it?
It's like drum and bass remixes of church choirs. No, I don't know what it is. I imagine it was just regular old electronic music, to be honest. But apparently the Pope did beam in on the screen for a while. So technically he did attend the rave.
DJ blended techno music with fragments of the Pope's message and performed an unreleased track, Dear Young People, which included phrases spoken by Leo in his address. Can we please just stop with this? Like,
I know.
I'm this close to bashing the guitar players in churches. Can we just not go into raves? Thank you.
I'm a guitar player.
You're not
So is Josh.
Not in mass.
Yeah.
Not at mass.
True.
I've never played guitar at church. So.
Thank you.
I did my song earlier this year, and
if you do it, I'll take my vengeance.
People kind of realized before I did that I'd accidentally written a Christian metal song without realizing, because the lyrics that Chris put over the top of it. I was like, yeah, but I don't think they'd want me playing it in churches.
There are a few slurs in there that I don't think you can.
There actually are. I didn't write the lyrics. Nothing to do with me.
Right, Donald.
Jack Hadfield impression.
It was, yeah. Of Donald Trump. So this is an interesting story. So a Ukrainian man fled the war in Ukraine, lucky him, and now he's a sumo wrestling champion in Japan. Here he is lifting a cup. So this is a bit strange. He's one of the first foreigners to win it. He's done a lot of eating by the looks of it. I think he's like, 21 years old? So he's of fighting age, although he's a big target, so maybe it's best he's not involved.
What a strange thing to do.
I couldn't believe this when I saw it. I'm just like, the world's not real, is it, really? But anyway, there's also this from the Irish Independent talking about a study that found that golden retriever and human emotions are driven by the same genes. And apparently researchers identified specific genes such as PTPN1 linked to dog aggression and human intelligence, ROMO1 tied to trainability and emotional sensitivity, and variations, and this is the name of the gene by the way, HUNK, and ASCC3 connecting dog nervousness to human worry and mood swings. And Dr. Eleanor Raffan says the findings are really striking. They provide strong evidence that humans and golden retrievers have shared genetic roots for their behaviour. So there we go.
So just to confirm, one of the genes that connected us was the gene for trainability.
I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
So this implies...
How come it hasn't worked on any of you?
This implies that if I used...
Not giving me a single dog treat, Phil.
I was going to say, that if I tried to train humans in the same way that you would a golden retriever...
It does work, though.
It would work.
Like, conditioning works on human beings.
Yes, it does.
Not that I would know.
Not that Josh has ever fed any of the people in cages in his basement dog treats to get them to do tricks for him.
Silly, Harry. I'm not rich enough to afford a basement.
Oh, that's
I live in Swindon.
Sorry, the people in cages in his bathroom.
If only it were that large. Anyway, so in another animal-related story, not as happy this time, a US driver called the police saying, I just had a bald eagle drop a cat through my windshield, and that's what the damage was done. Could you imagine
hell?
Driving and then that happens to you? And sadly, the cat didn't make it. If you can imagine getting picked up by a bald eagle and dropped from height for a windshield, probably doesn't do you any favours. But just the horror of having this happen to you, I think I'd probably be a bit traumatised driving for a while after that.
Yes.
I don't know what the chances are of that happening to a person, but I suppose you need to be aware that it is going to happen. And speaking of mortality, this was a story that went around the UK that we didn't cover, but coffins are becoming too large for people to be cremated amid a growing obesity crisis. And this is just sad, really. It's not really fun or weird, but yes...
It's weird.
If you're watching this and you're fat, don't plan on dying anytime soon, go out and exercise. That's my message for you. And now on to December, which surprisingly was pretty packed with weird things. So here's one again from Britain. So this lady who was a serial thief, I believe it was either in, I can't remember whether it was Tesco's or Sainsbury's or something, but somewhere in Hampshire. She went on a crime spree, stealing nearly £1,000 in goods. Usually, I think it was. I read somewhere.
Was it just beneath the
limit?
limit?
Yeah, it was dog food. 7 bags of dog food, largely. So she was wearing various wigs to be able to get away with stealing dog food. Sorry, what was that?
I was going to say, don't we operate in a similar way to like shops in California, where there's a limit where you can steal under and the police won't be called?
Maybe.
Was she just trying to tread the fine line with dog food?
Well, she's been punished anyway. She's also been banned from wearing wigs in shops. So that's an additional charge she's going to now have. It reminds me of that extra from The Lord of the Rings where Dominic Moynihan pretends to be a German interviewer, and he's interviewing Elijah Wood, and he's like, "Do you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs?"
I have not seen it.
It's fantastic. I implore everyone who doesn't know what I'm on about to watch that. No. Even if you've not watched The Lord of the Rings, it's funny.
You've really sold it to me.
And here's another one. Another ridiculous thing from Britain, unfortunately. We're seemingly over-indexing on the weird news around the world. An 86-year-old man was fined £250 for littering after a leaf blew into his mouth and he spat it out again.
Oh, I saw this one. It's in Stoke as well.
I know. It's up your way, isn't it?
Yeah, near my neck of the woods.
But much like this next story, this is what I'm going to be doing at Christmas. Apparently, a drunk raccoon went on a boozy rampage in Virginia in a liquor store, and this isn't the first time it's done it either. So they found their shop broken into with bottles everywhere and product missing, and they're like, who could have done this? And they went into their bathroom and the raccoon was passed out like this.
It's happened at uni once.
I just think it's brilliant. There it is. Look,
and the fact that it's a repeat offender.
Here we go. Look.
Oh my god! You walk into the bathroom and you're like, oh, not again.
And this isn't the first time, apparently, either. So to think that the raccoon was breaking in, getting drunk, and then just chilling out in the bathroom.
Cheeky bastard.
I've had many nights like that where I've drank too much and fallen asleep next to the toilet. I think we've all done it. But the thing is that this isn't all this raccoon has done. This one raccoon has also gotten drunk and broken into a karate studio, the DMV, and other places as well.
It's the same picture as well.
It's menace.
It's like his rap sheet.
That is priceless. I
kind of respect it.
This is the most nefarious raccoon I've ever heard of. Also, a karate studio. I'm just imagining it drunk doing karate.
It's just like hazily
applying for a driver's license. It's like a sort of Simpsons skit or something. So
there was an animated film about this raccoon once.
There needs to be. So here's a happy story. This is again in Italy. They've overrepresented themselves in weird news. A runaway migrant was captured after trying to disguise himself in a nativity scene. So this was only not too long ago. And where is the picture? Please say there's the picture somewhere. Please. Yes!
What an idiot.
One of these things is not like the others. Oh, they've gone woke with the nativity now as well. Can you believe it?
He's not one of the wise men, I'll tell you that. So what makes this funnier is that the town mayor was the one who spotted him in the nativity scene as well.
So he'd been standing there for a while,
I don't know.
pretending to be a statue?
But it says Garlestone Mayor Flavio Filoni spotted the unnamed 38-year-old man from Ghana hiding in a life-size nativity. I don't know whether this is the actual image, because I don't know whether the mayor would just be like, well, I'm going to take a picture of this. And whether he stood there like a statue for a long time.
I mean, it says view 2 images. Have we got another one? So
I haven't seen the second one, to be fair.
one.
There it is, next.
Oh,
That's 2 of 2.
I'm using my left hand.
shall
I'm
I just do
right-handed.
it?
Yeah, you can do it, Josh. Come on. It's
very
just
disappointing. And my final piece of weird news is a sort of bit of meme magic, really, that the Merriam-Webster 2025 word of the year is slop. And I have done my bit to popularise it. I've been using this word quite a lot to complain about posts online in particular.
Yeah. We slop every day in the section.
There was a 3-letter prefix that has been removed from this, but I'm not going to go into that.
There are any number of prefixes that you can put before this, actually. It's quite fun. Try them out.
My preferred use of the word slop is basically just low-quality rubbish. And the funny thing is, I've seen all sorts of people adopting the use of the word slop. Like one of the BBC Verify people was referring to stuff as AI slop. I was just like, this is like a total cultural victory.
It's the perfect word for it, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And so that about concludes our weird news roundup of 2025. I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until next year for the next one. But I hope you've enjoyed it and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.